Welcome, everybody. This is Skip the Formalities, and I am your host, John J. And we're here to talk about all the things that's going to get up under your skin and piss you off at the same time. So we have Yule on the panel, we got Brittany on the panel, and we got Brianna on the panel. So we're going to talk about one of the various things that all men like to talk about, sex. So the question here today for the panel is, when one of your partners, man or woman, decided they want to introduce a little bit of spice into your life, but it gets a little too hot for you and you just want to slow it down a little bit, who's in the wrong? The person that want to continue or the person that wants to stop, that introduced the activity? Now, if women, let's be honest, if you come in here and say, hey, I want to bring another woman into the bedroom. I want to just, do something special for my man because he's been asking for a threesome for a long time. And then he wants to continue on with that threesome. Who's in the wrong at this point? Is it really cheating? You introduce that lifestyle. Now that man want to be part of that lifestyle. Like, come on, let's keep doing these threesomes. And now y'all like, no, I don't want to do that no more. Same thing on the fella side. We know a fella ain't gonna bring in another dude. We know that's not about to happen. But you want to bring in another girl, but then the girl be like, oh, you know what? I like this feeling. I like what she do to me. Is the dude just gonna be like, nah, girl, we can't do that no more. Like, I don't like it. You don't give me enough attention. So panel, I gave you the situation. I gave you the scenario. I need y'all to jump in and give me an understanding of how to approach this situation. Everybody want to know who's in the wrong. The person that introduced it that want to stop now, or the person that, want to keep it going because they like the extra feeling. Let me hear you out.
A question. Why is it so biased with it always has to be two girls for a threesome? It can't be two guys for a threesome. So
I don't like matching swords. I don't like doing that.
That was my main concern. Because I have ran across some women that would rather have two dicks and one pussy instead of having like another pussy, two pussies and one dick. So, but then it comes to the point, is that really a threesome or is that a train?
That's a good question. I mean, I think it's a train when it's like
more than two.
Yeah. Everybody just taking their turns, right. Just going in, from the engine to the caboose.
Right. Number seven, you up. Right.
Like we about to dig in and just. But I mean, that's a good question. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not about to sit here and match swords. Like I'm just not. Like it's only so many hoes you can play with. Somebody in the front, somebody in the back. Then here's my thing. What if she feel like his is better? His is bigger, and he better at it. He give her a stroke that I can't give.
So it's more of a competition type thing at that point.
I mean, men are naturally competitive.
Yeah, I think so too. I think just two guys doing it is automatically going to bring that out. The one guy's not going to want to be, let's say one guy's just going to town. The other guy got to step his game up. You know what I'm saying? He can't. Yeah. One guy can't be there like casually, slowly doing, and the other guy's he putting 300% in. So. I do agree with John. That is going to turn into a competitive deal. Versus, I think with a girl, I think it could be competitive too, but I think it's not going to be as much. I think with the guys, definitely, for sure.
So, because I'm like, okay, well, one person could be on the front, another person could be in the back. It's not like both y'all meats is touching. Like somebody in her, or both of them in the back or whatever. Well, I don't know. And then also, I don't know, I'm gonna say it this way too. What if they're bisexual? The male is bisexual. So that's a plot twist too.
I don't want to be touched. Don't touch me. Like, because here's the thing. When you start introducing stuff like that into relationships, it changed the dynamic of the relationship. Whether it's the man or the woman, it changed the dynamic of the relationship because now you're openly cheating on your spouse. I don't really care how you look at it. You're openly cheating on your spouse with the other person in front of them. And what if it does feel good? Whether it's a man or a woman, or two men and two women, what if the other guy like, man, I wonder how that would feel? You know, what if it becomes too much?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what if the man started to develop a sexual attraction for the man? What if the woman started to develop a sexual attraction for the woman? You know, these are real scenarios that occur on an everyday basis when you start to open up that door into a new world. Take it like this. Look at BDSM. You know, when you have a man that is either already dominant or is not dominant, and you put that non-dominant man into a dominant role, such as BDSM, and you give them that control and power, it can go to their head. And then here you want out of the situation, and you can't readily get out of the situation because now that person is just hard boiled on what you introduced them to and don't want to get out of it. So then it becomes more abusive. It becomes more controlling, mentally detrimental.
So should you go into these types of non-basic relationships with guidelines, like as far as it's a one and done threesome, or this is the type of threesome that I'm consenting with, or this is the type of sexual activity that you only gonna get, like we gonna have vanilla sex. We ain't about to do no BDSM, we ain't role playing, we not doing none of that stuff. So how do you do that?
See, you can go in with rules and guidelines. You can. But what makes you so sure that the other person is actually going to stick to it? There's no guarantee they're going to stick to it. I just say, yeah, you know, I ain't going to ever see that girl again. But while you at work and I got a day off, you know, we was all in the group chat, or we all had each other's number at some point in time, whatever. Like, there's going to be some kind of reach out. I don't think either party can walk out that situation with or without guidelines, and it's going to be, you know what, that was the end of it.
I do believe once you introduce something like that, that's kind of a Pandora's box. You won't be able to kind of put it back in. You got to really be careful about introducing, and I agree with you, Jay. You got to really be careful about introducing stuff into your relationship, especially something sexual. It's already a touchy deal. And then if that could really go off the rails, just like you said, real bad, there's a whole lot of scenarios where it could go totally against what you're trying to do. So I think that's something you got to seriously consider. It shouldn't be a decision made lightly because of the ramifications of it, of how it could go bad.
You know, I remember, I will hope this will never get seen. I remember I knew a friend, and, you know, her husband, you know, they would get down like that. You know, they would get down like that. And it was just a continuous thing. I mean, it got to the point where, you know, exes started to get involved. Like, at what point do you just be like, you know what? Maybe that's, I don't think people think it all the way through. They think it's kind of like the movies where it'd be like, oh, well, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be just like the movies, but it's not. It's not. And you're absolutely right. The ramifications behind it can be destructive. That's like saying, y'all remember the movie Hall Pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You give your other spouse a hall pass. You really think they're going to be able to come back and be faithful and dedicated after that hall pass? That was just a movie, but just reality. You go out there and you get a taste of whatever was out there. Some people gonna want to stay out there, or from going out there, come back with something that they didn't intend to come back with because they was out there being reckless. You been married 10 years, they ain't never used a condom. Then all of a sudden you got to go use a condom, but you forget. you came back with a baby. You came back with something that you can't get rid of.
Damn, the package that keeps on giving, huh?
Oh Lord, that's more than the Energizer.
Yeah.
But seriously, like, is when you look at the big picture, I don't believe that it's worth the psychological trauma to go in the emotional damage that follows behind it to go into that type of sexual relationship.
So would you suggest that you wouldn't do it with partners per se, or spouses, but more people like friends with benefits, friends, people that you don't really care about?
Friends with benefits, most definitely. There's no strings attached there. You know, there's she come up with her girlfriend. You know, they sitting there drinking. One thing leads to another. It ain't hurting nobody. And if her friend want to be a friends with benefits too, then she welcome to the party. Then you got two friends with benefits. You see what I'm saying? So there's you're not losing anything by doing friends with benefits with just, you know, with just that one girl, and she bring her homegirl over.
Mm-hmm.
Or shoot, if she your friend benefit, your homeboy come over and she like, oh well, both of y'all can hit. Then you in a whole new situation, because it's like, okay, you with your homeboy, y'all cool and trust each other. So is it comfortable that both y'all go ahead and bust her down and then that's it?
My Lord.
Homies be catching feelings too.
My Lord.
The homeboy may fall in love with her, like, man, dog, I think I may love her.
Yeah.
My Lord, my Lord.
Never know.
Like, what do you do at that point? Like, oh, well, you in love with the girl we just bust down? Bro, you just had sex with her, man, but it was too good to me. I ain't never had it like that before.
But some people do, like you say, they wife hoes. I mean, whatever you gonna call
it. I mean, but again, I think it's double standards, because niggas can be hoes too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know y'all not trying to go into the double standard conversation, because of course it's a double standard.
No, we're not.
It's always
But
gonna be
how would you feel though? Like, to me as a woman, if my husband, fiance came to me, what would that do to you as a woman or a man? Because now you questioning y'all sex life. It's not good enough that now we got to start bringing other people into it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now in your mind, it's like, you losing interest. Like,
right.
Everybody get curious, and I'm sure, but now it do something to you. It's gonna do something to you too. It's because now you want to bring another person into our bedroom. So now, you know.
Yeah, you can start messing with your confidence. I see what you're saying, Brianna. Yeah, now you start second guessing all type of stuff, like where this come from, especially if it's out of the blue.
What? And I don't disagree with that. I've heard it on so many different ends. Like, when I meet women, some women, they ask the question, see, that's another double standard. If a man asks a girl, has she had a threesome, or would she want to have a threesome? We looked at it, oh, you just want to fulfill a sexual fantasy. But when a girl come and ask a guy, oh, hey, have had a threesome, then it's like, oh, so you down for that? So and it's okay as long as it's coming from a woman. But that does bring up a good question of, what are some sexual things that has either been asked of you that has either made you uncomfortable or insecure in a relationship? Now, I can tell you, one of the things that will make me insecure that a girl could say to me, and I'm pretty sure every man feel like this: I done had bigger than yours, or you ain't big enough. That right there is it. Bitch, see the dope. Like, why you here? You know, and then and the worst part is she keep having sex with you. Like,
Oh yeah, oh man.
The thing is, the vagina is only like 3 inches. So like, how much are you trying to take at that point? Wait.
they trying to take as big as them dildos they can get. Like,
They stretching that thing out, ain't they?
And like, I want 12 inches. Like,
and dildos and double dongs and stuff, like that's not reality. Like, that's, I don't know. That's gonna be some sex send me to the ER type shit.
But see, these women, not these women, but some women, they like that. You know, they'll come and they'll put it out there. But you know, back to my original question is, and some form, and whatever form of intimacy, what has been said to you that has either made you uncomfortable or insecure in a relationship? Well, y'all got to think hard. Boy. I mean, y'all been in some long-term relationships. Y'all got to think this hard. Y'all got to think back to when y'all was single. Shit.
No, it's nothing weird. Like,
I don't really think there's anything you can say to women. Like, your breast ain't that big. Oh, you know, you need to get a breast reduction or a breast enlargement. Like, does that make you feel insecure? You ain't your booty ain't big enough. It ain't bouncing hard. Like, what?
No, because you can easily work on those ones. I mean, like if you don't like big titties, I mean, or if you like big titties, I'm like, okay, well, I don't got them. So you're gonna have to deal with it. Like your butt, like you can work on your butt, your muscles a little bit bigger and stuff. Right. So that's an option.
I mean, but for guys, we can't work on stretching it out. Like, that don't work for us.
No,
they got a penis pump, the little penis pump or something.
That's temporary. That ain't permanent.
And then how's that gonna go if you just met a girl and you get ready to put it down and you tell her, hold on, let me get my penis pump out? How that work? I mean, how much confidence is going to be in the room at that point?
I thought it wasn't the size of the boat, but the motion in the ocean.
That ain't what they
Wait, Brittany couldn't even say that without laughing. She couldn't even say it without laughing.
I looked at y'all face, y'all like, nah, baby, that ain't it.
Nah.
They won't pack
it. Even the Titanic song, so shit, it ain't about that. Listen. Yeah. Honey, even the Titanic went down. So listen. Nah, listen.
But seriously, like, regardless of what
people say to me in my younger days, like, of course, I was in this field out, but you talking about somebody who booty still growing, but like to say, like, your booty not big enough, like my booty is flat, it's wide, but it's flat, it's like this, or, you know, I mean, my titties are big, they gonna be big because they run in my family like that. Like, you know, like little stuff like that, that's kind of like, as a woman, it do kind of mess with your self-esteem a little bit. And I guess that's where we at, where now it's like, yeah, everybody want to go get their booty done, or you can get your titties done, or you could do all this and you could do all this, because why? Because men have did it. I mean, men have put this in your head that you got to be this way, or your body got to be this kind of way, or this way, look like this video vixen. So now everybody running to go get surgery, go get their booty done, and do all this now. So everybody just got an ass now. Like, it's crazy. Like, because of the male perspective, because of males, right? But yet, no man is going out having surgery dick to make his shit bigger. And it's either small as big, it's just what it is, right? Y'all move along with it. But on us, we laying on the table, getting cut open or whatever. If you gonna make it, motherfuckers is losing their life because right in our head we supposed to look this, have this, and so now the confidence and all of that, and everybody say it is a self-esteem because look what nature society did. Like you say, you might like big titties, he might like little titties, but he like girls with fat asses, and every girl don't have fat asses. So now what? Oh, just go get this done. It costs a couple thousand, and I can change it. Now I'm a part of the minority or whatever. Now niggas hitting on me because my booty done. Like, it's crazy.
It is crazy. Like the way men or women are portrayed nowadays, it makes it hard for you to just be like, all right, I can just be me, and being me, I'm accepted. But you want to be accepted. You want to be accepted worldwide. You want to be accepted across the board. But it's never going to be like that. If the man don't have like his woman, oh well, I want a man that's only 6 feet. Okay, well, I'm 5'8.5. Like that don't work. I got a great personality. Good job. That don't work. That don't work for you. I have to have some kind of height, or I like a man to get a full beard. Okay, well, I ain't got a full beard. I can't even grow a full beard. I can go get a wig put on my face, but I can't grow a full beard. So the perception that is out there, honestly, it takes everybody off guard because it's not what everybody wants or what they expect. So you definitely end up losing on. You definitely end up losing. And Brianna, in your case, at one point in time, it made you feel insecure. And you was like, oh, well, what's wrong with me? Now, 10, 20 years later, now everybody want to have what you got. Now it's the big rave. I remember when there was a time where all the models were so skinny, they was anorexic and bulimic at the same time. They go eat and throw up.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, we like the big girl models. They make it look good. They been making it look good. Sir Mix-a-Lot made it look good. I want to stick figures.
But back in the day, in our music videos, like and all of them, women didn't have big booty asses. They just was in bathing suit on, shaking, having a good time, right? Then we got to whatever, and then now it's your ass got to be this big. It's got to be big as Pinky or Cherokee. Now we got to look like porn stars and shit like this. Like,
but who was really asking for all of that though?
Yeah.
Who was asking for women to look like that? Like, I think it's more of just what we see in media and not just who we see in everyday life. Like, nobody wants to if they knew like the after effects from having this types of surgery and just the cost of like upkeep oh, I got to keep going back every couple years just to go get my stuff tightened back up, or just to get the extra plump back in my shit because my shit's sagging. So like, if people really knew like all that type of stuff, they probably wouldn't even do it. Or I think it's just like young people that's looking and getting that stuff done.
No, it's all motherfuckers going to. It's all motherfuckers. But you see what I'm saying? You got good people out here, men and women, and we get overlooked because we're not in that bracket. You know what I mean? It's happened. I mean, even me per se, I get overlooked and they be like, why? Because I'm missing this. I don't have this big booty and I got a little stomach. Well, yeah, I had a stomach and now I really got one. I just had a baby. So I got a little gut. Is there. You know what I mean? So I get overlooked because I'm not falling in this category with no waist, big ass booty. And so now, but it'd be like, yeah, but y'all ask for this and these motherfuckers that don't even work and don't got nothing. Like, I just bought a whole house, got up my own car, I work. Like, nigga, I can feed the table on top of a table. Nigga, what's up? But you gonna overlook me because I ain't eye candy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And so then that goes back to, like, if you have a threesome and he bring a bitch badder than you, then, like, you gonna fuck up my whole self-esteem all together.
I
Cause now
thought
my mind gonna be wondering, is like, not only sexually, like, now are you, starting to be, I'm not attracted to, like, now it's like what it is. Like, you go bring somebody and she stripper or whatever, no ways, her booty right or titty sitting up, and then you got me over here. Yes, when I take my bra off, these motherfuckers will drop. Okay, listen.
no, like, okay, so this was my whole thought on it. So when you have a threesome, I thought the woman was supposed to pick.
Man, what? Hold on, wait. The woman's supposed to pick.
Yeah,
I
what
thought
Not
the-
always.
I
It
thought
don't
the-
always go like that, right?
The other partner.
I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, why would what makes that so significant, Brittany?
Cause she can pick a man.
Well, if you have the general consensus that, okay, it's going to be 2 coochies and 1 dick, and no other male swangers. So we have that type of consensus, then yeah, like, okay, then the woman would pick, because, well, I guess depending on the type of thing it is, it would be a treat for their partner, their man or their girl or whatever. So I would think that, like, okay, this would be the type of person that my partner would prefer. If they like me, then it would be like somebody that has the same qualities as me or something, or I don't know. So you would pick somebody similar, or someone who I wouldn't pick the baddest bitch out there. I will pick the most basic, well, not basic person. I pick somebody that's like, okay, subpar cute.
Well, don't you think that's bias in the deal right from the start?
Huh?
I mean, because you're going to be approaching this, if the guy don't have no say so in it, you're going to be looking for a girl that definitely looks worse than you. You know what I'm saying? So
And I don't know if
automatically,
that's a good idea either.
automatically, I'm getting a cap on how good this gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, I'm gonna make sure this girl fat, bald head, jobless, all the worst scenarios possible.
I wouldn't do them like bold like that. They still gotta be.
Because he might not get hard. What if the turn off? He can't get it up or something. She didn't. You know what I mean? No, you can't
See, that's
get
why
it.
I was ready to go. If you got to be careful with that too, because what if you pick a girl that he's not attracted to?
Mm.
Now
Then you
what?
gonna have the little gummy bear trying to work.
and even better, what if he say, okay, well, I ain't really attracted to her. I'm gonna need y'all to do something to get me started. I'm gonna need y'all to kiss and do something to get me started. You know what I'm saying? Now what? Now what?
Yikes. Think about that aspect, but I always thought that the woman would have control, because then that way, like, if the guy wouldn't have their number, so they wouldn't be able to text and or do all that other type of hookups on the side while you at work and he at home, John. So it would like alleviate some of the extra bullshit.
So you saying that wait a minute, that could go on both sides, can't it?
It can go both ways.
Because it seemed like that'd be a lot of extra work. Like, okay, I need you to be at this location at this time. You're not gonna let him have no input into this deal.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
And that's for contingency purposes.
Because I don't want you to be going back and testing the waters and stuff again. Put dabbling in there.
So is it actually for him or is it actually for you? So if
it could be for both partners.
Okay, so let's say y'all do it. Both partners say, "Hey, yeah, we down." Y'all do it. It's great.
Mhm.
That's it?
Yeah, it'd be like a one and done, right?
Oh, so you're gonna have to explain that before y'all do that. Hey, that this is only a one-time deal.
Yeah, like no type of continuation, like the same type person. Like, okay, this person always gonna come in and be the third person. Like, no,
Also,
it'd be
no
like
repeat performances. No repeat performances.
yeah.
Oh, this supposed to be an ongoing thing. I mean, some of them do have ongoing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have like an ongoing. It would have to be a different person
why?
because that adds too much complexity to it.
So let me say this. So, just keep it on the same thing of introducing. So what if the woman says, you know what, we've been invited to an orgy party or a swingers party. You can go do you, I can go do me. It's a one-time thing. What do you say? What do you say at that point?
Hell no.
Whether the man or the woman, whether the woman introduce it, they like it's a one-time thing. Let's go.
I think that's a bigger Pandora's box you entering in.
That's because on what status? As me being a married woman? Now that's just out of order.
Whether you married or not, the idea was brought up.
Yeah, I think
I've been.
You know what? That can go bad real quick because you can do some shit like that and then fuck around and not leave with your mate. You see what I'm saying?
Not well. I mean, they got rules at the
I'm
orgy
just
party,
saying
so.
how you mess around and get some coochie that's good or whatever, some head, or just like she might get some dick that might be good and they got a curve on it. And so now y'all about to be fucked with that relationship. It's going down the drain at that point, okay?
Or like even seeing people, multiple people, or just one person just fucking your spouse a certain way and they don't get that same reaction. So you just sitting there on the sidelines like, God damn, what the fuck?
You fuck around and bring her inner hoe out, then you done fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, listen, some stuff we keep closed for a reason because we don't know the reaction to shit. Now you done turned your bitch out or whatever, or done brung her inner hoe out, and so now this is a thing. Listen. Oh shit, you good as go. I don't know. Can everybody handle that? See, people ask for certain shit, but are you ready to handle that? Because that shit goes deeper than what it look good on top. But is you ready for everything that comes with it, right?
Yeah, some people gotta be mentally prepared for that type of stuff.
Are you ready for that? Are you how if it go bad, then how you gonna be bitter in your relationship? My bitch left me. We went to a swinger party or whatever, and he left me. Or you know what I mean? Like what?
Or my bitch left me for another bitch.
and you know what? And it does happen. Like you go and whether it's sexual, emotional, physical, whatever, you develop some type of emotion for somebody. Like there is no such thing as emotionless or no strings attached type sex. Like it's just not. Somebody's going to catch some kind of feeling from that type of interaction. And for those that do orgies, I mean, I honestly believe they just probably started off in an open relationship and it just kind of evolved from there. Like that was their gateway drug and they just evolved from there. I just don't see it happening. So
and you got to remember, women, we are emotional creatures. So we when we into something or we feel a certain way, our emotions gonna get the best of us compared to a man. Like you say, men can fuck and not give a fuck for real. But a woman, once she get attached and you lose, you fuck around and that's a chance you take. You want to lose your girl because you know what I mean? Because we are emotional. So if a man is treating you or not treating you or sexing you or giving you all that and your man at home is lacking or ain't giving it to you like that, listen, what's gonna happen? You see what I'm saying? We kind of gonna be like, like, dang, you don't do all this back rub, foot rubs, do this, like everybody's sex levels are different. some people do foreplay, some people don't. You see what I'm saying? It just depends on, you know, so you mess around and go to that party and get something better or whatever it might be, you know, that's kind of hard to top.
All right. So come to my favorite part of the show where you give your final thought on the whole topic, subject, and everything that was expressed by all the parties on the panel. So I'm going to start with Brianna. Go ahead, unload your thoughts into the world and tell us how you really feel about the subject.
Well, for me, I would say no. I'm not with all that. Like, if it's supposed to be me and you, then it's me and you. I just feel like some stuff is sacred. Some stuff, you know, that stuff you do when you playing out in the world and you playing. But serious and committed, I just feel like some stuff, no, you can't, because like I say, you got to be ready to handle whatever comes with all of that. And you know what I mean? Like I say, you can want a one-time thing. What if the other person gets addicted? Then you, like you say, you leave the house and they calling up and they sneaking. Now we in the cheating phase, right? We dealing with that. And then all it, you know, everything else that come with it, it opens up too much. So to do that, you got to be mentally strong. You got to be mentally strong to want to even indulge in something like that. To me, I ain't got there yet. I'm not gonna do it. I feel like, you know, if that ever came up, either we probably gonna have to go our separate ways, because I'm not about to fulfill the fantasy. Once what was supposed to be a fantasy then turned into something else, you know, now our bed is open to strangers. Now we at parties, we doing all of this, or you behind my back sneaking and I just wanted to fulfill a fantasy. What if I just wanted to fulfill it, but it's a one-time thing, but then this motherfucker done lost his mind over here. So, you know, to each is his own. Everybody do what's best for them, but it's a big no for me. And I just, you know, no.
No. All right. Brittany, what you got to say? What's your vibe?
In my opinion, I believe that it's something that you do with people you don't care about. So you would do it with your friends or your friends with benefits, but you wouldn't necessarily do it with your husband or spouse or whoever. Because again, it can lead to other stuff. It's just pretty much supervised cheating. Threesome is, regardless of you know, who picked who or whatever. Y'all both was like, okay, we about to sign up for this, you know, extra person, so might as well, you know, let's have some fun. But you do have to be emotional.
Michelle, here, wrap this up for me. I'm not gonna have time to eat it.
It better not be Obama.
I'll bring it up.
You do gotta be prepared to do all of that. So regardless of what he was wrapping up, rather his ping.
He's screaming, Michelle, it better not be Obama.
Damn.
You just gotta be ready for whatever comes afterwards. You know, whether it's a gift they keep on giving, i.e. babies, diseases, you know, maybe maybe some love affairs and other type shit. But like, yeah,
An itch that won't stop scratching.
Yeah, that plus.
If you ain't learned nothing else, I think Will and Jada taught us they were swingers at once. See how that's going bad. See how that's working out.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like you if one person becomes addicted to it or likes a lifestyle, like the swinging lifestyle, like it's gonna be other things, like whether it's a threesome, whether we doing orgies, whether we, you know, we having different types of sex capades and shit. So it's gonna always be right. It's gonna always be something. So You know, ain't nothing always wrong with vanilla sex. You can always spice it up with some toys. But that's cheating.
Look at entanglement.
On that note, you
Yeah.
It's
your
an
vibe out to the
entanglement.
world.
I'm gonna say I kind of agree with Brianna and Brittany to the extent that I believe once you open that door, you're not going to be able to close it. And like Brittany and Brianna said, you're going to have to be in your square to even go down that street. If your confidence is lacking, you got image issues and that type of stuff, then this is not the move for you. Because if the other partner finds any type of attraction, it might not go good for you. So I think if you're going to enter into that type of stuff, serious conversations got to be had, and you got to really know what you're doing. So for me, I would say no, but I'm kind of like with Brianna, to each his own. You know, be prepared, like what Brittany said, to deal with the consequences that come with the good and the bad in that. You know, once you open that door, there's no closing it back. So keep that in mind if you decide to go down that street.
I agree. So now it's time for me to put my vibe out into the world. Here's the thing, everybody. Regardless of whether you want to do it or not, that all depends on you and your relationship. It may be in agreement with everybody else that want to go in and they want to dig ditches, you know, and extra ditches when they in the bedroom. There's nothing wrong with that. Me, I like to have one woman, and that's what I like to do. I don't like to share my bed with extra women nor men, for that matter. I ain't about to be swinging swords with nobody. You know, I'm not about to bring another woman I'm not about to bring a whole nother pocket in with my pocket. Like that's not gonna happen. I know 2 pockets on a pair of pants, you know, like 4, but I don't need all them pockets. I just need one. That's all I need. And that's really the beginning and end of it. You know, once you start going down that path, like I said, it's a gateway drug. It starts to become more and more progressive. You know, it starts to become a little bit more than this, it starts a little bit more than that. You know, just in my own personal experience, you know, I was introduced to BDSM at one point in time. And it was, to me, it was a phenomenal feeling. You know, to be honest, you know, and not trying to be rude or nothing, but I mean, I kind of understand why slave masters were the way that they were. I mean, it's just a whole control thing. You know, just, you know, make them do it and don't say nothing else behind it. You know, I know slavery was wrong, but shit, I mean,
that to slavery.
slavery was wrong, but
That's why I choke.
but when you got that power,
you feel like I wish I had a few slaves.
You feel like you the motherfucking man. I ain't gonna lie to you. You feel like you the motherfucking man. You know, she say something back to you, be like, bitch, I got control over your life. I wish you would. I mean, you just feel that way. Like, you just be like, girl, I'll fuck your ass. Girl, you signed that contract. I'm just saying, like, it's a whole different world out there. You know, you just, either you're going to embrace it or you're going to stay on the sideline and you just going to watch. And you will never get into the game and figure out what the game is really about. That's how I look at it. But that's my piece. I am your host, John J. This is the panel. Skip the formalities. We got Yule, we got Brianna, we got Brittany. We gonna talk this same shit like we talk all the time. We ain't gonna be nothing but honest, real, and truthful. All right. Y'all have a good night. We are out this joint. Peace.